Horizon just Home Rex, and this is driving 6,000 kilometers in my summer car. Okay, if I remember correctly, he made something saying that if this thing, I think it was a live stream. I don't know what that was, but he made something like something like however subscribers or something. I'm pretty sure it was subscribers. How subscribers this thing get, I will do equal amount of kilometers or something. I don't know. I'm guessing it would be, and he got, I'm guessing like 6,000 kilometers, 6,000 subscribers or something. And this was like one of the worst things because I'm pretty sure he did something like a 24 hours, 36 hours type of a live stream, and he didn't do even close to what he what he was supposed to do or something. Then he's like, okay, I'm gonna continue it another time, and then he just didn't start it. Like, I'm gonna do it, but he just didn't start it, right? And he did other things, and I'm pretty sure I remember in every other thing there was comments about that, like we didn't forget. You better do this. Always some kind of like a threatening type of comments. Even this video has threatening kind of comments, right? This is, I'm not gonna lie, but this is one of the worst shit he has ever done. I don't know, like it's deliberate or not, or he just fucked up. But then again, this is the man who basically 100% Just Cause 2, which is like an insane thing. Like, I would go crazy trying to do that. And he did that multiple times. So maybe it's just like, not that hard thing for him. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this is like a crazy shit. And I remember watching his original My Summer Car videos, which was crazy. The game is insane. It's like, it's not a car simulator. It's more like a real life simulator. The guy basically whose money he stole basically hanged himself in the on the bridge and shit. That was one of the most insane thing I ever saw. And somebody told me this, like, just one guy made this game, one developer. Like, what the fuck? Somebody give funding to that man so he can hire more people and make even more insane game. But yeah, this is like he's just gonna drive as much as he can. I'm guessing from this thumbnail that his car is gonna constantly break down. Imagine real life scenario. Somebody takes a crappy car, restores it, and takes a challenge of riding around the earth or something, whatever, 6,000 kilometer. And that is the challenge, like Top Gear type of challenge. Top Gear challenges are basically that. We are gonna go from here to there, and car breaks down, tire blows out. This is basically he literally made a basically Top Gear type of thing here. And I'm guessing he still didn't finish because it's 6,000 kilometer. So let's go this one. I love Martin Cytopants and all the things he does, especially my summer car. I get this, like he's just gonna drive this, but I hope after he's done here, he does more story type of way, like how his original my summer car videos were, because that was insane. So let's watch it.
Ow! Ow! Ah! Ow! My legs! Oh my god, that hurt! Ow! Ow! Oh, oh no. No, 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 no! Hello again. Welcome back to Finland. A couple of months ago, I had a no good, very bad, terrible idea. I thought to myself, wouldn't it be fun if I made a YouTube short, where for every subscriber it got, I'd drive 20 meters in this wonderful game, My Summer Car. The catch? The entire distance...
Did he just say 20 meters? How much subscriber he get? 20 meters? Oh my god. So he must have gotten like what? 300,000 subscribers or something?
would be driven in this, the Satsuma. A car I assembled myself, but Satsuma has a little problem. Every part in the engine has durability and can break. Every single one. And believe me, they do break. Often. Now this probably would have been a good idea if I didn't make one.
Hold up there. So even if you drive carefully, it will break, because that's not realistic. Like if you put together a car that's good enough, it can drive like hundreds of thousands of miles easily. It won't break down. It won't wear and tear unless you race it.
Simple, crucial mistake. Underestimating just how many people like watching numbers go up. And so, on a fateful August day, I released that short. This is the story of why that was a terrible mistake. So, let us begin. But first, I recently caught an employee using Google Chrome. This is exactly how that went down. Okay, Jim, I'll put you down for your regular 22-hour shift. Wait a minute. Using Chrome? You fucking... Buckle up, fuckos, because this video is sponsored by Opera GX, the most bussin' web browser ever. Riz? Who the fuck wrote this? Do you want more from your dainty shit web browser? Well, fear not, because GX Mods has got you covered. Typing on my keyboard these days has become far too peaceful. Introducing the Meow Keyboard mod. The Fart Keyboard mod. Or maybe download my mod. Don't like my mod? Well, fuck you. If you don't like my mod, the GX store is filled with mods that will tickle your fancy. Did you think that was all, you naive manlet? Opera GX supports Chrome extensions like everyone's favorite Mr. Beast on every thumbnail across all of YouTube. Don't like YouTube? The sidebar allows you to go wherever you want. Twitch.tv, Discord.gg, TikTok.ccp, and everyone's favorite
Shahi biryanis from Behrooz. Flavorful.
Skeks, do you like free games? Well, the GX Corner can set you up with the deal of a lifetime every 5 minutes. It also keeps you up to date with all of the important news. The fuck? What are you waiting for? Download Opera GX today or I will find you and do terrible things to your foreskin. This isn't a joke. Michael? Use my link in the description and pinned comment, and thank you to Opera GX once again for sponsoring this video. Anyway, with that, it was time to release the short. So I released the short. For every like it got, I'd drive 1 meter, and for every subscriber it got, I'd drive 20.
Oh my god, that's
my expectations weren't particularly high, so when the short became my best performing short, got over 300,000 likes and over 50,000 subscribers, I went, oh no. That translates to 1,507.6 kilometers. In this.
Okay, BS. I think he expected this because all of his videos are always like trending. It's not even 24 hours and it's usually 500,000 plus. So did he really thought he's gonna give something like this and people are just gonna grab it? Come on.
Well, shit. I couldn't back out now. I'd said I was gonna do it, so I guess it was time for a martincitopants classic. A really long live stream. So I spent a few days making some plans and preparations, and when the day came, went live. Thursday. A good day to begin the longest drive of my life. I loaded the car up with the 2 most important items, beer and chips, and set off. The first lap around the lake would serve as a good warm-up lap. I crossed over the train tracks. I drove past my idiot cousin. I got some supplies from home, a jerry can, a helmet, a jack stand, and some motor oil. I drove past Grandma's house and the wonderful smelling sewer truck. The donations. So many donations. Now this is where it might be important to mention a small, tiny little detail. My team and I thought to ourselves, well, this stream is going to be great and all, but it's lacking a certain amount of interactivity. This right here is where we turned this bad idea into a fucking terrible one. We thought to ourselves, wouldn't it be funny if every donation that gets sent adds a bit of distance? 10 meters for every dollar, let's say. And then, we thought to ourselves, that's clearly not going to be enough distance. Let's add a multiplier. Yes, I got another great idea. With all that weighing on my mind, I had
Okay, he does realize. Wait a minute.
no choice but to keep.
He does realize what 1,000 kilometer even means, right? I'm guessing this is like a simulator type of thing. So 1,000 kilometer will be like 1,000 kilometer. I remember playing Euro Truck Simulator. Anything that I have to go like 1,800 kilometers, I'm like, what the fuck? This is gonna be hours, because it kind of is. Now, this is just insane, man. And if this is like real life type of scenario, how the fuck is gonna do 6,000 kilometers, and how long is it gonna take?
Driving. So I kept driving. I drove back over the train tracks, past the swamp, past some lumber, onto the highway, off the highway, into town, onto the dirt track, past the dance pavilion, and before I knew it, lap 1 had been completed. Now, it's hard to sound relatable when complaining about a literal flood of money, but the distance was in fact increasing very, very fast. Or at least it should have been. The distance hadn't actually moved at all for the past 20 minutes. Yes, that's right. Shortly after the stream started, the code shit itself and died. Why? Well, for the code to tell how much someone donated, we first had to convert their currency into US dollars. But for some reason, the system we were using was missing some of the more obscure currencies. So when someone donated in fucking Cambodian riel, the code was like, what the fuck is a Cambodian riel? And died. Aside from the code shitting itself and the distance being negative for some reason, Thursday had been a success and the car was working great.
Greetings from Minnesota. Hope the suffering is good.
Soda! In the other room, the monkeys had been furiously assaulting their keyboards and had finally got the code back up and running again. Oh, the code's up and running. The distance went up 300 kilometers. What? It was in this moment, right here, that I realized I fucked up. I'm so fucked. I'm so fucked. Anyway, I sleep.
Domino's में है 25 plus chicken pizzas and sides. Domino's से बेहतर choice कहाँ मिलेगी?
Waking up, I checked my wonderful watch that I got from 100% legitimate means and did not steal from anyone at all. It read 10 AM Friday. A perfect day for driving everyone's favorite shitmobile, Satsuma. Ah yes, Satsuma. A car that I built myself long ago. Not a huge surprise then that Satsuma, as it turns out, is the least reliable piece of shit ever put on four wheels. Sometimes the oil is just black, the coolant hates being inside the radiator, all of my tyres have gone flat, there's a small rodent living in the engine, the head gasket has exploded. The carburetor fell off, now the car is very much on fire. The battery has gone flat. Again. All the body panels have mysteriously gone missing. The pistons are gone. Okay, I've sorted all that out. Time for a nice, relaxing drive. So yeah, this car sucks, and sooner or later it was gonna eat shit and die. And when it did, I'd have to figure out what went wrong and fix it myself. Anyway, with all that being said, it was Friday. A great day for driving, which is exactly what I did. The entire day. I encountered Cousin. I overtook Cousin. I crashed my car into a rock. I crashed into a pile of lumber. And then a donation told me to buckle my seatbelt.
Buckle thy harness. Okay.
Well, you fucker. Fuck. In this crash, my windshield had made the regrettable decision of breaking into a million pieces, which is unfortunate for me because a windshield offers protection from things such as high velocity bug. Unfortunately, the only person capable of repairing my windshield is this.
Okay, are you telling me this game has a whole thing that if you don't have a windshield, bugs and shit will fuck you up? Oh, this is so good.
Guy, the local mechanic, and repairing it would take him several days. This is precisely why I brought a helmet with me, so if any bugs were about, they wouldn't find their way into my eyeballs. And so, let's keep it moving back to the road. The rest of the driving on Friday was mostly uneventful, apart from when I crashed the car, and also when I crashed the car again, and when I drove over the train tracks. Oh yeah! Yeah, so what the fuck was that? That, my friends, is Idiot Tier, a $500 YouTube membership tier that adds 20 more kilometers. So when some lovely gentleman pressed join, clicked Idiot Tier, entered his bank details, more than likely got a call from the bank asking him what the fuck he's doing, and clicked purchase, it did this. Oh, there it is!
I look at Martin himself, just like anybody purchase this kind of membership is an idiot. Damn, man. Okay. People are deliberately gonna buy a $500 membership just to screw him up. This is so good.
And with that, the day was over. Sleepy time. Honk. Honk. Saturday. Yet another beautiful day in Finland. Now, let's have a look at the distance. Okay, we've done 87 kilometers. That's a pretty good pace. At this rate, we're gonna get there at... Yes, that's right. In 2 hours, the distance had increased by 1,000 kilometers. Have you ever heard of the Bugatti Chiron? The fastest car on Earth? That car
You don't have that.
still wouldn't be able to keep up. Now, yes, that's pretty bad, but surely the donations would calm down as time...
Yeah, that's true. That's true. In 2 hours, no. If this is a proper simulator game where every, even every kilometer just the same way with the real life, yeah, Chiron going at 300 miles per hour would just be 600 miles, not 900 plus miles. So yeah, the frogman fucked up.
Went on. Right? Right?
Yeah, I would have
Anyway,
shut down by this
Saturday
point. Not
would
gonna
bring
lie.
about more.
If I were him, I'm just like, I'm gonna do this, but this whole thing shuts down now. No more kilometers because it's way too insane.
More challenges. The rally race. Driving on this road was now significantly more dangerous because of these guys. Their only goal is to go fast. They do not care if something's in their way. But I had a plan. Wait for one of the drivers to shoot past and try my best to follow him. I waited for my moment, a car came barreling past, and the chase was on. I can hit people! No, 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 no! Oh no. Please tell me I didn't hit anyone. Well, shit. This guy right
Well, it's
here
that easy,
is
isn't
one
it?
lucky bloke. We're fine, we're fine, we're fine. It's just upside down. Once I'd finagled the car back onto its wheels, I continued driving. Please start. I'm begging you. Yes! Maybe trying to keep up with the car in front of me was a bad idea. So how about instead let's drive a bit more conservatively.
Oh no, here he comes. He's gonna ram.
Fucking bruh. The rest of the day I spent driving, looking around for my ratchet set, and losing bits of my car. I ended the night at the dance pavilion. Not for any particular reason, just because I wanted to see what was going on. To be perfectly honest,
What the
not much. I like this.
How are things like this in the game, man? One man made this. This is insane. Every other developing company has no excuse after this shit. Look at that.
Guy moves. I made a bit of a scene and the security guard didn't really appreciate that, so no, I'm not coming over there. No. Let's go home. Going home would take me past the repair shop, and while I was there, I figured that I should probably take a quick look at the car and see how it's doing. To make a long story short, not great. Car engines need oil. If you don't have oil, then the metal in the engine scrapes against the other metal in the engine, and horrible, no good, very bad things happen. Oil is meant to be a
Yeah, it wouldn't explode like that. Come on, I mean, if there's no oil, it would the pistons would jam. That would be worse. It would basically spin the car. Where it, in its burn it. I don't think it would burn it, right? I mean, yeah, I guess it would burn it if the oil is decreasing, and it's not decreasing at a point there's no oil. But because of this, the engine would overheat. And yeah, that makes sense.
slightly golden color. But when I checked the dipstick, it was not in fact a golden color, and in fact, pitch black, just black. Running the car on this filthy oil had no doubt done a lot of damage to the engine, but that would be a problem for future Mart. Current Mart just replaced the oil and went home. Sunday. We had completed a pretty decent 118 kilometers out of 2,600.
100
Things were
kilometers
looking
is like
progressively
nothing.
worse and worse and worse. Today, I was going to try moving the sofa from my house into town so I could sleep there. The problem with that, however, is the sofa is far too big for little Satsuma. But I
Pile on
could
top.
do this. During my trip into town, I had to cross
Just
over
like
the train
holding it.
tracks. In fact, for every lap I did around the map, I'd cross over them twice. Once here, and once over here. And every time I went over them, I prayed, I hoped, I begged that the train
gonna
wasn't
jump.
there to turn me into a fine, finished paste. Even worse, the stupid
Train.
sofa I was holding was taking up half of my screen.
Oh my
And so-
god.
Of course.
There are no lights.
Well,
It was fine.
never mind then. I guess all that worrying was all for... The train is here! No! Well,
Shit like that happened to me in real life when the passenger, decides to sit in really awkward position, front back for whatever reason. It's just like, what the fuck? Can't even see shit. If it's sits a bit more behind in a more comfortable position, I can't see shit from going for. Obviously, I have this tendency to use actual eyes rather than mirrors and fucking cameras and things in car. I literally sees things. I don't know, just like practice from the start. cars 10 years ago didn't have that much technology, so I just like that's how it become. But yeah, it becomes an issue.
Shit. It's okay. I made some preparations before I started this stream. I have this bike. Arriving on scene, the car
Wait a
was
minute,
looking
this
a little
doesn't
worse
count?
for wear. The fuel tank had fallen
What about
out,
the
my
bike, man?
supplies were scattered all over the floor, and the sofa was nowhere to be seen. I had the couch is no longer here, so I got to fixing.
Somebody stole
Once
the
everything
couch.
was back on the car, I filled up the fuel tank with my jerry can and started her up. Driving the car,
Somehow
I
it started.
quickly realized that one of the wheels was very much bent. So to fix this, I went back home and found the digging bar. So watch this. See how the wheel's bent slightly to the right? Do that. That's a little better. Ooh, that's a lot better. And with the
That's
car
how
fully repaired,
rebalancing work. Why not?
I sleep. Monday. The start of a brand new week.
Yeah, 15 to 20 years ago, I remember like my father had like really old style cars back then. It's just I remember wheel balancing was one of the biggest issues. You don't want your tires to be not aligned, right? Alignment was always the issue. Nowadays that doesn't happen a lot, but yeah, back then that was a big ass issue.
And more importantly, no more rally race. Today I was going to try drive as far as possible. And to prepare my mind and body for this task, I present to you Chip. And of course, once Chip was complete, road. Oh yeah! Oh my god! And that was Monday. A few more laps around the lake complete, and what the fuck is that? Three. Tuesday. Around this point, I was getting a bit sick of having to wear the helmet whenever I was driving, and chat was too. So I came up with an idea. Meet Fleetari, the mechanic. Fleetari is the only guy that can fix my windshield in the entire country of Finland, and doing so takes him several days, which in real life is a few hours. No good. So I offered the chat two options. Fix the windshield instantly, but in return drink an entire case of beer, or do nothing and keep driving normally. Chat clearly and resoundingly voted for drunk driving. I'm so proud. So, Fleetari fixed my windshield, I put back 20 beers in a row, and hit the road. And you know what?
Okay, seriously, this is just stupid. He has already done 163 kilometers. Like, that doesn't make sense, man. I mean, by now he should have done at least like 500 something kilometers. Like, come on. In real life, I've done a long distance thing, but you know, in this game, like he said, like few days, a few hours. Like, come on, you just only do 163.
I get it. It should be illegal to be having this much fun behind the wheel.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Hey, German on 8-5 here.
What the fuck is happening?
The rest of Tuesday went pretty well, considering the circumstances. I managed to find the sofa that went missing after the train incident, and it completed another solid day of driving. I was in town, so I figured why not have a meal and beer at the pub? And this is where I met my old nemesis. This guy. I don't know his name. Many moons ago, I beat him up and stole his watch. Turns out, he didn't appreciate that very much. Oh shit, he's punching me.
They beat the shit out of you, man.
Yup. I got knocked out. I didn't realize at the time, but he also took his watch back. Where's my watch? Fucking bastard.
Of course he did.
As the hours wore on, I got bored of driving like a conservative grandma.
This game
Ever
is way
since I
too good,
found an
man.
entire bottle of nitrous sitting in the boot of my car, I have a lot of nitrous. I'd been absolutely ripping it down the track. That was
Inside
until,
the
of course,
petrol,
I
know.
hit this bump a little too hard, the car veered sharply off the road
There
and
you
came
go,
to a stop
there you
at
go.
the hands of lumber. This very minor high-speed accident caused the head gasket to explode. I didn't realize this, however, so after a lot of troubleshooting, the car driving weirdly, the car not starting, and various other silly happenings, I finally replaced the head gasket and fuel pump, and the car worked just fine. And you know what that means? Murder. That guy who stole my watch,
Oh,
he was gonna fucking get it. I am
was
taking
his
that
watch,
thing
man.
back, that dickhead. In fact, I think I can bring a sledgehammer. Once I found the sledgehammer, I
Finland has
you
no
bitch,
laws.
placed it near the dance pavilion for
there are no cops around.
safekeeping. With that done, back to the road. Clearly, I hadn't learned my lesson from the previous crash and had still been absolutely sending it wherever I
Another
could.
death wobble.
Which, of course, ended predictably. To get
there you
ourselves there! Fuck. Fuck.
Once the wobble starts,
Yet again,
that's it.
the windshield was gone. Now this wouldn't be that big of a deal if I had my helmet, but I didn't. My helmet was in fact nowhere to be seen. Shit, where's my helmet? Presumably at some point in the last few hours, it flew out of my car while I was driving. To prevent getting stung in the eye by a bug, I'd have to drive a lot.
Oh no, the shit from your car can also like fling out. Okay, that makes sense, obviously, but how many crashes he had? Of course, like, how many shit he just lost? Did all the beers got out as well? I don't know. Or did he drink it all?
Lower than normal. This is about where our comedy of errors begins. I arrived in town. No helmet. I checked the junkyard. No helmet. I drove along the dirt track. No helmet. And then, the engine rat made its appearance. There's a rat in my car! Naturally, I just cranked up the radio and pretended the rat wasn't there. Arriving at the repair shop, I fixed the mangled suspension and replaced the alternator belt. But the rodent remained. Well, I didn't know what was causing the noise, so I just kept driving.
By the way, one of the biggest fear of any vehicle, I always said, is rats. Rats are one of the any rodent basically, mostly rats though. And one of the worst shit you can. In my bike I always keep the cover. I make sure that it's touching the ground and there is literally no gap for anything to get in, because rodents, rats, these assholes always gets inside the hood somehow in the engine compartment, just fucking chews up all the wires and things. And okay, that will fuck up your car. You go back to garage. But what if they choose on something like a brake wire or shit like that, right? You're just going and suddenly brake jams, or when you put on the brake, it just doesn't work. Obviously, in more advanced bikes and things, like it can just alarm you, like, okay, there's an issue there, but you don't know like which. It's just the right wire. If it chews, it won't show you anything, but it will just fail. Rodents are most fucked up thing for vehicles.
Just a bit up the road, however, the radiator started doing this. Well, let's have another look at the engine. I correctly hypothesized that the cause of my engine rodent issue was the water pump being broken. Everything else was spinning properly, but the water pump wasn't. I also checked the oil. Oof. The oil looked, bad. Now pay attention to this very bad black oil. Remember it. It will be important later. So, after a quick trip back to the repair shop, I could take the old water pump out
What else?
and get a new. Never mind. It was closed. Yes, today was Saturday, and Fleetari's repair shop wouldn't be open until Monday, so I had to occupy myself until then. Fleetari owns this car. Now it may look cool, but this car kinda sucks major ass. But since the Satsuma was out of action,
that a
it was really
Charger?
all I had. Taking the car
That's
home
a
was fine
Charger, right?
until I reached the dirt road. Oh my god, it's so bad. On dirt, this car has next to no grip, so I had to drive very
that's the
slowly and
problem with
carefully,
Charger.
making sure not to take any corners too fast or risk flying off the track. The grip was so bad that my speed was below 30 miles an hour. Oh my god, he's coming! He's coming on my ass!
No.
He's not doing that. No. The rest of the drive was uneventful. I drove it home without dying. I only said some very suspicious sentences. One very suspicious sentence. At home, I really didn't have much to do, so I went to get some food. Alright, I'll be back. And had a good sauna. Now let's piss on it. In the sauna, I pondered.
Oh, the green
Gonna make me act up.
Wait a second. Saturday night parties, dancing, the dance pavilion. Wait a second. The watch guy. I knew just what I had to do.
Oh,
there he is.
There you go.
I prepared this earlier. This is not working.
सेहत का कुछ तो ख्याल करो.
Edited murder in this one, I guess. I love how they can basically give you like beer and obviously implying you're gonna drive or something with that. They don't. The developer has no issue with that, but no hammer hitting somebody. No, that you can't do.
Fucking. Yep. He knocked me out. Again. I awoke on the bus stop bench in town, a whole 30 hours after the fight on Monday. Look, every cloud has a silver lining, except of course nuclear mushroom clouds which have a lining of strontium-90. This particular cloud's silver lining was the fact that it was Monday, and Plitaris would be open. I took the bike back to the muscle car, and the muscle car back to the repair shop. Finally, I could buy a new water pump. And what do you know? The car was fixed. Yep, completely fixed. Nothing else wrong with it whatsoever. Totally fixed. Running flawlessly even. With our perfect 110% really fixed car, I continued on the search for the helmet. I checked around the bushes, some spots where I'd been off-road, and eventually ended up at the small dirt oval track thing. It was here I just sort of gave up looking for the helmet and drove around and around at low speed, wondering how on earth I got into this mess. Uh-oh. 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 What happened? What happened?
Petrol's
No.
finished.
No. I'm not out of
Fuel.
fuel. What happened? What happened? The big one. The search for my helmet had landed me here, on a small dirt track, broken down, in the middle of nowhere. I checked the engine oil, and sure enough, it looked just like I'd left it. Black. Replacing the oil.
I know this might be weird comparison, but do you remember playing GTA San Andreas? In that, there's a mission that takes you like a rural area, right? In that fucking toy plant is just repeating myself. Yeah, so in that rural area, basically, when you realize that there are no vehicles around, it's just empty, and highway, just cars goes insane speed. Like, I remember just walking to the fucking town and just like, what the fuck is this? Obviously, like, you can do many things, but obviously I was a kid. But this was similar to that. Oh my god, no cars around, nothing, it's just empty. Where are you gonna walk?
Didn't help. The damage had already been done. With what I had on hand, there really wasn't much I could do. What had probably happened was a part broke, and the only way for me to get a new one was at the mechanic on the other side of the map. So, I started hypothesizing. Like, the engine might have just, like, seized, or, like,
there's just too much
gunk.
gunk.
Camshaft? A little gunk.
That's
up.
actually
Is
the
camshaft.
That is
Yeah. It could have been many things, and really I had no idea what. I still fiddled around a little bit, and in doing so ran the battery down until it died. Well, fuck. Shit. It looked like I was gonna have to tow the car all the way from here back to the repair shop. So, allow me to introduce to you the sewage truck. This truck has a powerful engine, is nice and heavy, and is great for towing things. Problem is, the truck is all the way over here at Grandma's house, just outside of walking distance. So instead, I walked over to the bus stop and waited for the bus. Wait, there's the bus! There's the bus! Yes! Stop, bus, stop, bus.
It's the gonna there it
Public transportation. The bus took me back to town, where I got in the van, took
Car
the van to
money
the repair
spent
shop,
well.
got out of the van, got on the bike, took the bike to the truck, got off the bike, put the bike in the truck, gently, and began the drive over to Satsuma. I was a bit rusty behind the wheel of this bad boy, so figuring out how everything worked was a bit of a process. But once the truck was worked out, I got on the road and began the drive. Getting to our destination, however, proved to be more difficult than expected. Oh my god, no, 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 no.
Oh my god. Yeah, you have no idea how many times I go long distance places, and then I realize like there is always some kind of a big ass vehicle, truck, and things are always like tipped over because there's like a road had some kind of weird. Even the professionals can't do it. It's just like I'm gonna drive a truck.
As I might, the bike just didn't have it in it to get the truck back upright. Yeah.
Archimedes said, "Give me a motorbike long enough and a riverbed on which to place it, and I shall flip the truck."
Well, at least I had the bike. Everything's fucked. Everything's fucked right now. It's all fucked. None of this is good. It's all fucked. So, what was the plan? Well, it was getting dark and I was tired. So first things first, back home to sleep. Okay, now what? Gentlemen, allow me to introduce my savior, my hero, my messiah, the tractor. The fork loader on the front would be my ticket to truck uprightness, and with my newfound enthusiasm, I set off. Several minutes of driving the slowest vehicle on Earth later, I arrived. Okay, first things first, let's assess the situation. Alright, the situation has been assessed, let's get back in the tractor and... off to a flying start. Righting the tractor proved difficult, but we got there in the end. Okay, time for my master plan. Wedge the fork in between the ground and the truck, and... believe me, I tried, but the truck was well and truly bogged beyond saving. So fuck it. I give up. Yes, I admitted defeat, but really the truck isn't essential. Satsuma is. To get Satsuma back to the repair shop, I plan to put it on the trailer and drive it back via the highway. The problem with that approach is using the fork loader at all. Just fucking get on the fucking trailer, you piece of shit! Making matters worse, my fuel was getting lower, and lower, and lower.
It's non-existent.
10 minutes of having violent car sex with Satsuma later, it was finally on the trailer. Yes! Finally! Things were looking up. On the highway, I listened to some sick beats to drown out the thoughts of running out of fuel. But man, the fuel. This appropriate music came on right as my fuel was at its very lowest. If I got stranded out here, that would be fucking miserable. The turnoff to the town was in sight. It's gonna make it. It's gonna make it! But the fuel. It was so low, the engine started hiccuping. We were so close. But then... we made it! Hooray! In town, I filled the thirsty, parched, dry tractor with its favorite drink of diesel. I also tried fiddling around a bit with the car, but nothing came of it. So back in the tractor and onto the repair shop. And would you believe it? Right there, by the side of the road, my helmet. There's the helmet! Yes! I finally found my helmet. At long last, something good happened to me. But, what are those lights? No. Mart. Mart, what are you doing? No, Mart,
Oh, there
get back
goes
in the
the
tractor.
tractor.
No, no, Mart.
No, no.
Yeah. I'm not sure why I didn't just get back in the tractor and pull over, but, yeah. Here we are. Getting Satsuma...
Alright, I'm not gonna lie, that is one of the most insane shit ever. First of all, the cars never brakes to stop it. As soon as like, oh my god. So in this game, there's a literal threat of on-road cars. First of all, if he knew, why didn't he just like park it on the basically dirt side, right? The side of the road, or it has a chance of flipping down or something. I don't know. But that was just insane. Look at me, my helmet, and there's like those lights in the distance, just like full on charging. Like, oh god, that's it. There you go. Even if he had rushed back and tried to, go at the side, that wouldn't have worked, right? The cars were at really high speed.
back into the trailer, predictably, sucked. But once it was in, yes, I could get back on the road and finally get the car back to the repair shop. And here we are. So, you'd think that was the end of it, right? We're at the repair shop, surely now we can just fix up the car and get back on the road. Nope. The pain didn't stop. It only got worse. First, I tried changing some of the easy to access parts. The distributor, the fuel pump, the fuel filter, and the spark plugs.
Finally, I have found my purpose. Vehicular destruction of my cousin's car. I am become Pinar. Destroyer of car doors.
He's gonna destroy my door. You just... God. So, let's try again.
To be fair, Martin always parks on the road, right? I mean, in Finland, I guess people are just pissed off enough, right? I'm pretty sure I remember like Finnish school has like ridiculous things you need to do just to pass a license. So I guess they're unforgiving. If you're going to park something on the road, they're going to slam into it.
Yep. No dice. I fiddled with the alternator, took off the cylinder head, and replaced the head gasket. Still didn't work. 3 whole hours of the car not working, and things were only looking worse. It wasn't a fuel problem, it wasn't a head gasket problem, it wasn't this, or that, or the other thing. Honestly, I was at a bit of a loss, and all the batteries I had on hand were flat. To get more, I'd have to go into town and buy some.
Okay, I'm gonna go buy another battery.
Naturally, the vehicle for that job was the van. I sped into town, arrived in town, put the batteries in the van, and set back off for the repair shop when I did this.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Why?
He pulled a Richard Hammond then.
Getting the van back upright proved difficult. Oh my god! Please, no!
This is a fucking nightmare.
This is a fucking nightmare. It won't end. I can't flip the car.
Might be a car issue. Have you tried fixing it?
Yes! Oh my god, sit! Back at the repair shop, I put everything together and tried starting the car up again. It didn't work. I tried another battery. It didn't work. I got a new rocker shaft. It didn't work. I took the fuel tank out. For some reason. That didn't work. I concluded that I had no idea what was wrong and that I probably needed to rebuild the engine. If I couldn't figure it out, surely replacing every single part would fix it. Right? Right? Well,
Yeah, this is equivalent to throwing money at a problem, basically, right? You don't understand the business, fuck it, just throw money at it, you'll probably win. No, you won't. Just rebuild the engine, that will work out. Nope, it turns out probably some electrical issue, some small wire or something. Then you redid the whole fucking engine.
really had no other choice. So, I got to work.
Onto pistons.
I think the boot's not attached right. That's why the car's not starting, man.
Why can't I figure this out? I'll replace literally all these parts.
Yeah, there goes the gearbox.
These pistons are fucked.
Oh, it worked! Half an hour of rebuilding the engine later, the new parts were in, and it was back in the car. Wonderful. And so, I gave it a go.
Let's give it a roll.
And the battery was flat. Fucking. So I tried another. Also flat.
Yep.
And another. Flat again. Yep. That's right. I had run every single battery on the map down to zero charge. I tried charging a dead battery at the charger at home. Dead batteries can't be charged. I looked in Timo's shop.
No batteries.
He was sold out. The engine was fixed, but I couldn't start it. Just fuck. I searched far and wide for a single battery with a morsel of charge. Nothing. 5 hours of the car being broken, and it was still fucking broken. All I could really do was just sit around.
Alright, he's not even 400 kilometers and he ran out of all the batteries. I don't know, I'm just thinking here, like outside the box. Maybe he's doing something wrong. Maybe he's engineering his shit here. He's just basically, replacing shit which he shouldn't be replacing it. Or his car is so shit, it's just like running out of things way too faster. He's like wearing everything down.
Drink beer and wait for the shop to restock. It took ages. But finally, oh my god, they're back. Batteries! Yes! I put a fresh one in, and... Alright. I'm fucking nervous. This better work. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. Gentlemen, after 6 hours of broken Satsuma, it finally worked. And now was time for my dastardly plan. You see, the distance done stat counts distance by measuring the car's speedometer. Not the actual speed, but the speed the car thinks it's going. Gentlemen, allow me to introduce to you the dynamometer. Typically used to measure the power of a vehicle, I was going to use it to spin the tires as fast as physically possible. First gear, 60 kilometers an hour. Second gear, 100. Third gear, 150. Fourth gear, 226 kilometers an hour. The highest possible speed in the Satsuma. Now you might think, but this is cheating. And yes. But cast your eyes to the distance left stat.
Yeah, I mean, this is like, he said to his viewers he's gonna make a distance, not just make up a speedometer distance, right? This is cheating as fuck.
Now, let me speed up the video. Do you notice anything alarming? Is there anything about this video that seems off? Yes, the distance left is still going up. This is where I finally realized I was truly doomed. Even at the highest possible speed, it still wasn't enough to outpace the ravenous viewers. And even better, a few minutes of running the car at its highest RPM later, the engine...
Why are the brakes not working?
...did this.
Why are the brakes not working? No, don't break my car, no, stop!
Removing the engine once more.
I wonder if you rev it and just go at the highest speed, what would happen? What is the possibility of your shitty car breaking down? Right? It's like basic speed, it was like breaking down, and now it's like 230 km per hour. It's gonna break down.
I found a, do we have a hole in the block? Yeah. Giant hole in the engine block. Fuck. Oh yeah! God. And what do you know, the engine was ready for a test. Of course, now that I'd rebuilt the whole thing, all of the new parts were untuned. It's not very powerful, so it ran like shit. Well, fuck. And finally, after almost exactly 8 hours of not having the car drive on the dirt track, we were back. 19 and a half hours on long streams like this tends to be very close to maximum pain. Around this time, it was about 4 AM. I hadn't seen sunlight in over 8 hours, the donations and their annoying messages hadn't stopped for the entire stream, and my desire to sleep was incredibly intense. This is where I start getting a bit delusional and paranoid. What if someone finds out where I live? What if...
Yeah, all those $500 was well spent, because at the right moment they were sending messages. Your car seems not working. Have you tried fixing it? Like, yeah, that's the last straw, isn't it?
Dad isn't willingly giving me money, but I'm stealing it from them. I mean, why am I even here anyway? I don't deserve this. This whole thing is a mistake. I'm not supposed to be here. Someone else. Look stupid. Get your head back. Falling asleep. Come on. Get your head back.
I should probably be paying attention to the road. I'm just zoned out.
It really didn't help that half the donation messages went something along the lines of, haha, we are torturing you for our entertainment. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Ha ha. Oh yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. Not very nice. But I knew just the guy to take it all out on. Watch guy.
Colossal murder.
Oh fuck it. I won. I beat him up. Did I feel a sense of accomplishment? No. Did I feel a sense of satisfaction? No. Did I feel anything?
Just anger venting
really?
out.
The only thing I really felt was pain. Lots
Dark void.
and lots of pain. And where else
Endless
to lay my
kilometer
feelings to
dark
rest
void.
than the blackjack table? I think it's time for a game of blackjack, gentlemen. And so I sat there, slowly losing my money, slowly losing my mind. I think it was time to give up. 20 and a half hours of my summer car later, I had driven 585 kilometers, and the distance had increased from 1,500 to 6,448 kilometers. Fuck. So, that's it. That was the stream. I haven't touched my summer car since, but Finland doesn't forget, and Finland never forgives. Literally every single thing I have done since then has had a flood of comments underneath it about
Yes,
the
I
drive.
know.
Literally everywhere. Community posts, my second channel.
What surprised me that literally every single comment is like first page, as you see all the comments about that. Even if the video is not about summer car, they're just like, oh, we are not forgetting.
Twitter, even my Instagram that I've never even mentioned one single time, and occasionally in real life too. So I guess I have unfinished business. Now, this challenge would literally never end if I didn't change something. So I've changed something. Instead of donations adding distance, they make playing the game a living hell. You horrible people can now fuck with the steering, accelerate and brake, add piss, and make me a violent alcoholic for a short period. All the proceeds from the big first stream will be going towards the Royal Children's Hospital Foundation. The only thing that can still add distance is subscribers. So if you want to prolong my pain just a little bit more, subscribe and I'll drive 1 more meter. The next big stream will be in about a week. I'll drive for 24 hours and the proceeds, once again, will be donated to the Royal Children's Hospital. So join me.
So 1,000 subscriber only means a kilometer. So that's good. Now he can do it, I guess. Imagine people just went ballistic with this insane amount of subscribers. Oh god. Why is he still having criterias there, right? Like just like, okay, I've done it. Now next stream is just going to be to finish whatever started, like 6,000 kilometers, I'll do it. No more addition to nothing. Why is he adding criteria still? Like, if you subscribe, I'm going to do 1 meter.
In my future Finnish endeavors, and mark my words, this distance will read 0.
Oh, it will. It will. All right. That was driving 6,000 kilometers in my summer car. Not really. 500. He didn't do 6,000. Yeah, he just did 500. Now, I'll drive in India, so I know what 500 kilometer means. Yeah. I'd rather drive 5,000 kilometers in Finland than drive 500 kilometers in India. So there is that. All right, that was so insane. I love my summer car. I love martincitopants in my summer car. And I love this torture, apparently. Hey, it's for charity. So next time, don't feel so bad for the torture because he's going to do it for the charity. Every donation will be for the charity. So yeah, it's all good and fine. People are not gonna forget, man. I'm not gonna lie. If he doesn't finish this, every single video he makes will have, the same comment. And now since he mentioned it, people are commenting. They're gonna comment even more. Alright, well, if you like my reaction, don't forget to subscribe. Comment if you want to do any other reactions. I do a lot like military type of reactions nowadays for past week or two or so. Fighter rotation and every other like tanks, T-14, this and that, M1 Abrams. Check out the link in the description. There you'll find it, or check out the end cards. And yeah, I'll see you next time.